Hello, and in this tutorial I am going to explain what is Boolean data type and if statement. Now Boolean data type is way different from other types of data like integer, float, double, string, character, date, etc. A Boolean data type can have only two values, true or false. What is true? Suppose you ask yourself a question, and if the answer to this question is yes, then that is true. And if the answer to this question is no, then it is a false. For example, if I ask, is 5 is greater than 3? The answer is yes. So we will have a value of true here. Then what is false? What is not true is false. A computer does not understand ambiguous statements like maybe, I think, not sure, this kind of things. For computer everything has to be completely unambiguous. Okay, so a Boolean data type can have only two values, true or false. For example, if I ask, is 5 is less than 3? The answer is no, so it is a false. Now, as an example, we will divide a number by another number, numerator by denominator. Now, as we know that we cannot divide any number by 0. Dividing by 0 is not permissible. So, if the denominator is 0, we should not go ahead with a division. So what we will do in this example, we will write a program which will accept two numbers from the user through keyboard and check if the denominator is 0. And if the denominator is 0, then the program will display a message and stop. If denominator is not 0, then it will go ahead with the division and display the result. So first let us draw a flowchart which will also brush up our knowledge on flowchart. We will also have a revision on how to draw a flowchart. So I have already drawn the flowchart because it takes time to draw a flowchart, which I am going to explain now. So first statement in a flowchart, as I explained before, it has to be a start statement which shows this is the beginning of the flowchart. Then the next statement will be read the numerator, that is the number which is at the top. Then next statement will be read the denominator, that means number below. So we divide numerator by denominator. Now there is no more space here, so I use a connector A and I draw the same connector A in the next available space. The next statement is a diamond shape statement. That means it is a conditional statement. And the statement is denominator equal to 0? Now there could be two possibilities. Either denominator will be 0 or it will be non-zero. It can be negative. Even if it is negative, still it is not a 0. So if denominator is equal to 0, that means if the answer to this question is yes, or that means it is true. So here is the Boolean. If denominator is equal to 0 and if it is true, that means it is Boolean true. Then write division by 0 not allowed and we will stop. And if the denominator is not 0, that means answer to this question is no, that is it is a Boolean false. Then the result, will calculate the result by dividing numerator by denominator. Suppose numerator is 15 and say denominator say suppose 3. So we will divide 15 by 3. So result will be 5. So we will divide numerator by denominator and we will display the result. And once we display the result, we will stop. So in this flowchart, you found there are two stop statements. Okay. There are two read statements. So these read statements are in the parallelogram because any input or any output statement in a flowchart has to be in a box which will be of shape parallelogram. There is one conditional statement which is in diamond shape, and there are two display statements which are also of shape parallelogram, and there is only one computation statement, that is result equal to numerator by denominator. So that is in a rectangular box because that is a processing statement. So now you got some idea what is Boolean, what is an if condition, which I will explain more details when I write the program in the next tutorial. Okay, and basically you got the idea most primarily about Boolean and conditional statement, and also able to brush up your knowledge on flowchart. In the next tutorial I will write the program.